Students, hello students. Now today I am going to tell you about the second chapter. In brief, just I will tell you about the whole chapter, and for the practice of the different type of questions, you have to go to the PDF copy. In online classes we have covered each and every question by solving them, and we have sent you the PDF copy in your class groups, so you should go through that for solving the questions. Now about the main points of the topic, that is, as the name of the chapter is what, that is the polynomial. So first of all we have to understand the meaning of the polynomial. Polynomial is what? As you can see, this is what polynomial is. Px in one variable is an algebraic expression in x of the form px is equal to an x to the power n plus an minus 1 x to the power n minus 1 plus till a1x plus a0, where this a0, a1, a2, an are constants and an is not equal to 0. These constants are also called coefficients of x to the power 0, x to the power 2, then x to the power n. And n is called the degree of the polynomial. N is called the degree of the polynomial. Okay. And this an x to the power n plus an minus 1 x to the power n, this each is called the term of the polynomial. So it is the standard form of the polynomial which you have to learn. Any polynomial should be in this form. Anything which is in this form, that is called the polynomial. Okay. Now we are further moving to the types of the polynomial. The types of the polynomial, you can see they are divided into two categories. The first is based on the number of terms and the second is based on the degree. So first type, on the basis of the terms, you can see that is the monomial. Monomials are containing only one term. Binomial are containing two terms, and trinomial, the polynomials which are having the three terms, they are called trinomial. Similarly, on the basis of the degree, the linear polynomial means degree 1, quadratic polynomial means degree 2, and the cubic polynomial means degree 3. Okay. Two more type of polynomial we have. One of them is called the constant polynomial, whose degree is 0, means which is not containing any variable. For examples, all the numbers as you can see written, that is 0, 7, 8, minus 4, etc. These are the examples of the constant polynomial. Fine. Now next type of polynomial is what? That is the zero polynomial. Zero itself called a zero polynomial. Okay. The degree of a zero polynomial is not defined, but the degree of the constant polynomial is what? 0. Now after it, for solving the different type of questions, as the first type of question in your chapter is what? You have to find out the value of a polynomial. A polynomial is given and you have to find out its value at some particular numbers. So as here the polynomial is py is equal to y square minus 1 plus 1. Its value you have to find out at 0, 1 and 2. So you can see the solution also written below that. That is, you just have to put that particular number in the place of variable in the polynomial. Okay. So if I will put 0 in place of y, so it will become p0 is equal to 0 square means 0 minus 0 plus 1. So overall the value of this polynomial at 0 means p of 0 is what? 1. Similarly, when I will put 1 in place of y, it will become p of 1 is equal to 1 square is 1, then minus 1 plus 1, then plus and minus 1 will cut and final answer will be 1. Similarly, when you will get this p2 is equal to 2 square means 4 minus 2 plus 1, which is equal to, when you will simplify it, it will become 3. So like this we can find out the value of any polynomial by substituting that particular number in place of the variable. Okay. Now next thing which is there, if a particular polynomial is given, as you can see the next question, as here the polynomial is given px is equal to 2x plus 1 and one value indicated in front of this, that is what? X is equal to 1 by 2. We have to check it is the 0 of the polynomial or not. How to check the given number is the 0 of the polynomial or not? So for that what you have to do, again in the polynomial in place of variable, just put this value and simplify it. As you can see, when we will put in place of x 1 by 2, it will become p of 1 by 2 is equal to 2 into 1 by 2 plus 1. So then this 2 and 2 will cut and you will get only 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. Okay, means the value of this polynomial at 1 by 2 is coming 2, which is not equal to 0. Which is not equal to 0. So if it is not equal to 0, means we can say this 1 by 2 is not a 0 of the polynomial. Fine. And if this value is coming 0 after substituting the particular number in the polynomial, if you are getting the value as 0, you can say that particular number is the 0 of the polynomial. Got it? After it, how to find the 0 of the polynomial? Just we have discussed, that was what? That was checking of the number is a 0 or not. So for that, the value of the polynomial at that particular number should come 0. Then only we can say that number is the 0, otherwise not. Now how to find the 0? So if a polynomial is given, as you can see, that is px is equal to x plus 5. We have to find out its 0. So for finding the 0 of any polynomial, what we have to do? We have to equate it to 0. So when you will equate it to 0 and solve it for that particular variable by transposing, as here it is x plus 5. So x plus 5 is equal to 0. When we will send this 5 to the right side, it will go in minus because it is plus. So x is equal to minus 5. So whatever the value is coming of x or the variable, that is the 0 of the polynomial. Okay. So like this we can find out that zeros of the polynomial. Now next thing which is there in the chapter, that is the remainder theorem. Remainder theorem is what? If px is a polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1 and another linear polynomial you have which is in the form of x minus a, then the remainder theorem tells us when the px is divided by the another polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is fa. Okay, then the remainder is, it's pa. Fine. Means in place of x, just you have to put that value after finding the value of a. Now after that, factor theorem. If x minus a, if that linear polynomial is a factor of the polynomial, then the remainder definitely it should be 0. If the polynomial is fx and x minus a is a factor, then f of a is equal to 0. It is the factor theorem. And on the other hand, one more point is there. If remainder is 0, then we can say x minus a is a factor of the polynomial. Okay. After it, in the last exercise you have to use the identities, algebraic identities which are there. You can find easily. They are already given in your book also. In book before the exercise 2.5, you can find all these identities. Which you can see on the screen. These all are given before the exercise 2.5. So first you have to learn these identities, and after that you have to apply them. Means as the first identity, x plus y whole square is equal to what? X square plus 2xy plus y square. Means if two terms are there in a bracket and its whole square is there, so for opening it, what you have to do? In place of x, you have to put the first term which is given. In place of y, the second term which is given, that you have to put in these identities to open the particular bracket which is given. And similarly for factorizing also, we can use these identities in the reverse order. Fine. So these are the basic things about the chapter, and for the detail you should go through the PDF which we have sent in your groups for practice of the questions. Thank you.